All right, moving on, Materials in Works MIW is a Malaysian company dedicated to revolutionizing the packaging industry by upcycling hard-to-recycle items into new valuable materials. Their mission focuses on reducing environmental impact through innovative recycling and upcycling processes, promoting a circular economy. MIW collaborates with academic institutions and industry partners to drive research and development R&D, ensuring their solutions are cutting-edge and effective. By transforming waste into resources, MIW aims to minimize landfill waste and contribute to a more sustainable future. So to discuss further on this, we have on the line John Oi Chung Sen, MIW founder. John, firstly, would you describe how do you foresee regulatory changes, particularly in the EU, impacting your operations in the whole Asia, and what proactive steps are you taking to stay ahead of such legislative shifts?
Hi, good morning. So yes, Material in Works, actually, we work on projects that indicate the upcoming regulatory changes, especially in European Union side. And we actually also understand that there are more stricter environmental regulation, for example, carbon taxation, which will profound impact on the supply chain in Asia side, right? So in anticipation of these changes, we basically adopt three proactive countermeasures. So number one, we try to align our practices with global sustainability standard and preparing for upcoming legislation by ensuring compliance with circular economy framework, okay? Then number two is we try to enhance the collaboration with local governments to anticipate the regulatory shift, right? And last but not least, we also actively engaging with industry partners, academic institutions, to develop innovative solutions that addresses both current and also future regulatory requirements.
As mentioned, Materials in Works, or MIW, focuses on upcycling hard-to-recycle items. So what are the challenges in scaling these innovations across global markets, and how do you plan to address infrastructure limitations in developing regions?
Yep. So basically, Material in Works founded with the idea of commitment to upcycling items that are difficult to recycle, right? But however, scaling this innovation across global market really presents several challenges. So particularly, for example, concerning the infrastructure limitation in developing regions. So, right? So a significant challenges we foresee is navigating the cultural differences as we expand into these new territories, right? So to address this, we actually exploring on the joint venture model, which also may involve in licensing our intellectual property to local partners. And also this strategy would also enable us to enter the market alongside with our customers. So thereby, with all these countermeasures mentioned, it mitigates the risk associated with the business development in unfamiliar environment. And moreover, we also confront the insufficient recycling infrastructure in this region, which also we're trying to amplify our upcycling effort, right? So to tackle this challenge, we actually work with local partners to establish a small and decentralized recycling hub. So by then, we can mitigate the risk, yeah.
But when we talk about these upcycling hard-to-recycle items, there's this also concern about the increasing scrutiny on greenwashing. So how do you ensure the environmental benefits of your upcycling processor are actually measurable and also transparent at the same time?
That's a very good question. So in collaboration with our partners, right? So we trying to adopt a data-driven methodology, so to meticulously monitor and report the environmental advantages of our processes, right? So which includes conducting the life cycle assessment. So apart from that, we also employ measurable key performance indicators or KPIs, such as reduction in carbon emission and rates of waste diversion to guarantee transparency and credibility. And in fact, for phase 2 implementation, we're also considering having third-party audits and certification to further validate our claims and also mitigate the risk of greenwashing.
Now we want to talk about legislative pushes that is attracting capital. How are you leveraging these trends to actually secure funding and also partnerships? And what role do investors play in your strategic growth of MIW specifically?
So this is a very important point for us, in fact. So we actually strategically capitalize on our increasing legislative focus on sustainability. So this also attract investors who are committed to environmental, social, and governance compliance, so which is ESG, right? So by aligning our operation with this green regulation, right? So and establishing partnership with governmental bodies and global brands, so we actually secure funding through grants and investment round dedicated to sustainable innovation. And impact-driven investor usually is the one that playing crucial role in scaling our operation, and they are the one that providing essential support for infrastructure development and technological advancement. So furthermore, we also maintain, like mentioned, transparent communication with the investor, keeping them informed about the progress and also impact of their investment. So this open dialogue actually fosters the trust and confidence, cultivating a long-term relationship, right? So a vital thing that for sustained growth. So we also actively participate in industry conferences, forum to showcase our innovation and network with potential partners who are equally committed to these practices.
John, we have about 2 minutes left before we end this session. Perhaps we want to go into the technological view of it. What cutting-edge technologies are you actually adopting to improve recycling purity and also efficiency in your processes, especially considering that China's national sort policy is limiting contaminated imports right now?
Yeah, so in fact, this is the trend that actually pushes us to look into this avenue, right? So to enhance the purity of recycling, so we actually adopting advanced sorting process, right? And also trying to avoid using harmful chemicals, or in another word, environmentally friendly technologies, right? So that ensure that harmful chemicals are excluded from our operation. So in response to China national sort policy, so which basically restrict the importation of contaminated materials, so we actually upgrade our waste processing system to use higher purity recyclates, right? So this strategy actually not only diminish the dependence of export market, but also promote regional upcycling initiative. So apart from that, we also trying to dedicate to education part, right? So trying to educate the community, fostering the proper recycling practices, right? So by increasing awareness, we believe that the recycling cleanliness and correct material disposal will be adopted by the communities, right? So by then, in overall, we also will increase the collected recyclables from our end. So in terms of environmental sustainability, so we are embracing closed-loop recycling system also, so which allow the continuous reuse of the material within the same production cycle. So by this kind of approach, we actually not only conserve the resources, we also mitigate the environmental impact during the manufacturing processes, and in return, also increase the yield of higher purity recyclates. Yeah.
All right, I would like to say thank you to John Oi-Chung-Sen, the founder of MIW, in supporting their efforts to reduce environmental impact through innovative recycling and also upcycling processes, and also promote a circular economy, especially to support the national NETR goals. So I would like to say thank you. Thanks again to John Oi-Chung-Sen, and we have a lot more updates after this with my colleague Ina Rosman and also Haris Ashraf Hasnan. We'll go for a short break. We'll be right back.